Okay guys, so I came across a solution that has so many features. It will allow you to build literally any directory website you can dream of. So this could be classified, hotels, jobs, places, restaurant, real estate, cars, services, doctors, lawyers, or like I said, literally anything you can think of. So it has an advanced drag and drop form builder, and you can also create unlimited custom fields for your listing too. So you can organize your directory website exactly the way you want it. And it's a multi-directory solution. So for instance, you can have places, restaurants, events, and real estate on the same site. And you can easily migrate or import listings in just a few clicks. So if you have thousands of listings, that's going to come in super handy for sure. And it's optimized so that when you grow, you can scale to millions of listings without any lack in performances. It has a powerful search and advanced filters. It includes a mapping system using either Google Maps or OpenStreetMap, a complete front-end listing submission and management for your visitors. It's also compatible with all the most popular WordPress themes like Astra, Avada, and Divi, and it has 25 plus built-in Elementor widget, so you can design your pages exactly the way you want. And it's also fully compatible with WooCommerce, Docker Marketplaces, and other multi-vendor plugins. You also get a full booking system, and of course you can earn money with paid listings, featured listings, rank feature listings, claim a listing, pay-per-submit, and also subscriptions. And the best part of all, you can turn your directory website into a native mobile app as well. So there you go guys, as you can see, this is an amazing solution that will allow you to build literally any type of directory website. Okay, so let's get started. Okay guys, so the very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. So for this, simply click on the very first link in the description below where it says get hosting here. Now, it's important that you use that link because it will bring you to a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger, which will give you access to 75% discount. And if you use the coupon code MrWeb at checkout, you'll get an extra 10% discount on top. So simply click on this link here. And this is going to bring you to this page. And again, this is a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger. So special prices, obviously, no special discount. If you scroll down the page, you'll find different plans. So as you can see, start from only $2.99 per month. Next one up is $3.99, and then the cloud startup is $9.99. So what's the difference between those three? Well, basically is the performances and the speed. So as you can see, this one is standard performance, this one is up to 5 times faster, and this one up to 10 times faster. So now it depends on the amount of resources that you need. If you're only running one website, this one is absolutely fine. Now, if you're running multiple websites and also maybe e-commerce website, you might want to consider either this one or this one, depending on the amount of traffic and visitors that you're expecting every month. And also with Hostinger, you get a lot of free stuff. You know, you get free SSL certificate, free email, and also a free domain name. These options normally are paid with most web hosting companies, so in this case you get those for free as well. And if you go for the business plan here, you get free CDN as well, Content Delivery Network. Now obviously they provide you with daily backup and weekly backup. As you can see, the entry level here is weekly backup, so they will back up your website once a week. If you go for the $3.99 one, you'll get a daily backup as well. So every day you have a full backup of your website. So feel free to select any of those plans. You can start with the $2.99 one, and you can always upgrade to the next one up later down the line if you need more resources. So let's get started with this one here. So click on Add to Cart. And from here, you're going to select your billing cycle. So as you can see, it goes from 12 months to 48 months. Obviously, the longer your billing cycle, the more you're going to save. As you can see, it's $2.99 per month, but here you're going to save $432. Here, $216, and right here, $108. So what does that mean exactly? Well, basically, if you lock in your price at $2.99 for a year, after that, you will renew at $9.99. If you select 24 months, you will renew at $7.99, and 48 months, you will renew at $6.99. So basically for 4 years, you're going to pay $2.99 per month instead of $6.99. So feel free to select any of those. So let's continue on with the 48 months deal here, okay? So we scroll down the page, you can create your account, you select your payment method, and right here, we have a quick overview of how much it's going to cost you. So as you can see here, the normal price should be $707 down to $176. So this is a massive saving, isn't it? Now I also have a coupon code for you. So here, type in MrWeb. So there you go. And as you can see, the normal price $176.53, including taxes. Now let's apply this. And as you can see, now it's only $158.88. So that means that you get to enjoy a massive discount of 78%. And then after this, proceed to checkout. And now you can log into your account. So let's do this together. So simply enter your email address and password and let's log in. So this is your hosting dashboard, and right here on top, as you can see, you can claim your free domain. So for this, let's click on claim domain. And right there, you're going to type the domain name that you want to register. So for instance, your domain name, okay? And then select your extension. As you can see, you have .in for India, .me for personal websites, .com, this is the most popular one, obviously. You also have .net, .xyz, .help, .host. So select the one that suits your type of business. So let's go ahead with .com as an example here. And then we're going to check the availability. So let's click on this. And as you can see, this one is already taken. So you might have to look for a different variation of your domain name. So in our case here, we're just going to try to register Learn with Mr. Web, okay, as a .com. So again, let's check the availability. So this one is available. So we're going to claim our domain, okay? So let's do this together. So let's claim our domain. And then by law, you have to enter your details here, obviously, you know, because you have to know who's registering the domain name. So let's click on the next step. So I'm going to fill this out very quickly. So there you go. And now finish registration. Very good. So now let's click continue. Very good. As I can see, the email verification is pending at the moment. So basically go to your mailbox and click on the link that's inside that email. So I've done that already. So now we can refresh. Very good. As you can see, now it's active and verified as well. Now we can set up our server. So we go back home here. So depending on which plan you purchase, maybe premium, business or cloud, you will see one of those sections here, okay? So when it's not set up yet, you will have a button like this one just next to it. So again, it could be premium, business or cloud. Either of those is absolutely fine, you know? So now click on setup. Now we're going to click on start now. And right here, you're going to go through a few different questions. It's like a setup wizard, basically, you know, to help you set up your hosting. So as you can see, you have a few questions here. What are you creating the website for? So you can select either of those, or you can skip altogether. I would advise that you skip this one altogether, you know. Right here, what are you going to do? Are you going to create a new website or migrate a website? Well, in our case, we're going to create a new website. So select this. So do you want to build this with AI or ourselves? Well, we're going to build this ourselves. So just skip this step altogether now. And you're going to select your domain. So normally it should show up automatically, but if you have more than one domain registered, you might click on the drop-down menu and select the one that you want to assign to this, and then click select. And now right here, you're going to select your server. So this should be normally the nearest either to you or to your target audience. So let's say if you're based in United States, selling to people in the United States, well, you select either of those two here, but maybe you're based in the United States, maybe selling exclusively in Europe, in which case you might select one of those servers here, okay? So because we're based in Ireland here, we can select either Netherlands or maybe United Kingdom. So United Kingdom should be nearest. So let's click on this and now we click change. Very good. And now we're going to finish our setup. So as you can see, now it's taking care of everything. We can see the progress line. So now as you can see, it's installing the SSL certificate for us automatically. Very good. So we're done already. As you can see, well done. You are ready. So from here, you can either go and see your website. So we don't need that because we haven't built anything yet. So we're going to go back to our control panel. Okay, so let's click on Manage Site. There you go. And we're back to our dashboard now. So now from here, we're going to create an email address and also we're going to install WordPress on our server. So first, as you can see, it says free email. Setup is not finished. So let's click on the Manage here. Very good. So as you can see, I have paid plans as well. I would go with the free one. Absolutely no problem with this, you know. So I'll click select. So let's create our email address. So maybe info@. You're going to enter your password and then a recovery email just in case. I'm just going to put hello@mrweb.tv. Okay. And now we're going to create our new account. And there you go. As you can see, we have a new email address now and you can access it using the webmail. So if you click on this, you can open this in a new tab. So this is your email address. Enter your password as well and click login. And there you go. As you can see, this is your mailbox, basically inbox and sent and spam and archive. So basically you can access all your emails immediately from here. And now we can go back to our dashboard. Okay. So from here, we're going to install WordPress. So right here, you have website, click on this, expand. And as you can see, you have WordPress and auto installer. This is the one we need to click on. Okay. So click on auto installer. And now for this type of project, we just need WordPress. We don't need WooCommerce. WooCommerce is an e-commerce platform. We just need WordPress on its own. So what we're going to do is click on this. So select. So first, let's enter the website title. So maybe Learn with Mr. Web. Make sure the admin email is correct and then create a username and a password as well. Now we move to the next step. So right here, you can select if you want automatic updates or not. So it is advised to use this option here, update only to minor version, but that's really up to you. If you want to automatically update to the newest version, you can select this one here altogether. Again, that's really up to you. Okay. And then click install. And there you go, guys. You can see this is done already. So we have everything installed, you know, Lightspeed Cache, Object Cache, SSL certificate. So now you can edit your website by clicking on this button here. So I'll click on that, it will open up in a new tab, and this will give us access to our WordPress dashboard. Okay guys, so for this we're going to use Directorist.com, and as always I'll leave all the links in the description below. So as you can see, this is the most complete WordPress directory plugin for any type of directory website. It could be for events, travel, review sites, memberships, salons, or literally, like I said, any type of directory website, okay? So if you scroll down the page, you can see they are trusted by more than 10,000 businesses worldwide already, and they are also an award-winning plugin. So let's go back to the top. So first we'll start with the free version, which already has monetization features. I'll show you how to use that. And let's go into pricing now, and let me show you the special offer they have at the moment. So if you're watching this in October of 2023, you can get up to 40% discount for the special Black Friday sale and all of that. So basically here's the price, okay? So for 3 months it will cost you $63, 6 months $90, and a full year $119. So what's the difference between the paid and the free version? Well, with the paid version you get all the extensions included and also all the premium themes included. So let me show you very quickly here. So let's open that in new tabs. So let's have a look at all the premium extensions, and again these are all included in the pro version. So we have Job Manager, Digital Marketplace, WPML integration, this is for translation, MailChimp integration, multi-directory linking. If you want to get payment by authorized.net, you get the extension as well. Directorist, coupon codes, appointment booking, compare listing, market sort, live chat, social login. As you can see, this is just amazing, guys, you know. So all these premium plugins are all included for one price of $119 for 1 year. And then we also have all the themes included. So let's have a quick look. So if you scroll down the page, as you can see, you have jobs, hotel, classifieds, places, restaurant, real estate, cars, services, listings, doctors and lawyers. So if you're building any of those websites, you don't have to spend more money on a premium theme. This is all included, and this is ready-made for you and optimized obviously for their plugins. So the theme is guaranteed to be working all the time, you know. And again, this is included in the pro version as well. So now let's go to our WordPress dashboard, and let me show you how you can start monetizing your website with the free version first. So for this we go to plugins, add new, and then here in the search bar, look for Directorist. And there it is right on top. Make sure this is the one by WP Wax. Okay, so install and then activate. And now as you can see, we have a quick setup wizard here. So let's go. And step number 1 is to build our recommended pages. So as you can see, you have add listing, all listings, single category, and so on. So these are all the default ones. I would leave them as is, but feel free to add any of those. If you wanted to show all categories, all location, all authors, terms and conditions and privacy, all you have to do is to use the toggle switch here and basically create them like this. Okay, so then let's continue. Okay, so step number 2, you have to decide which map services you want to use. So you can choose among 2 different options: OpenStreet, which is completely free, and Google Maps. So if you use Google Maps, you have to enter your API key, and for this go to console.google.com, create your API key and paste it here. So we're just going to use OpenStreet at the moment. Now with the free version of Directorist, you have one way of monetizing your listings, which is basically to monetize by featured listings. And then you set the price here. So it's up to you to decide how much you want to charge per featured listing. So maybe $19.99 or $9.99. So just put the price here and then we can continue. And next we can import some dummy content. So basically here you can select how many listings you want to import. So maybe 6, 12, 18 and so on. So let's import 12 maybe, and obviously you want to import all the images with it as well. So let's do that together, and this will help us to have a quick overview of what it looks like in the front end as well. Very good, so that's done already. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. So let's visit the front end and see what it looks like. So hover on top of your website, visit site, right click, open in a new tab. And there it is. So as you can see, it's very basic at the moment. This is the 2023 that comes by default with WordPress, so nothing too fancy, but the whole point here is that you can use literally any theme that you want with this plugin. So as you can see on top, you have all these different tabs that were created already. So if you go to all our listings, you will see that the main plugin, all the features are already in place. You have the filters, view as, sort by, and the listings are displayed here in a grid manner, okay? So if you scroll down, as you can see, everything is already working fine, and you have pagination as well. So look at this. This looks very professional already. So again, like I said, you can install any theme that you want. And again, this is the free version, guys, okay? So you can create a directory immediately for free using their plugins as well. Now let's have a look at the add listing feature. Now if anyone comes along, registers on your website, they can add a listing immediately, or you can put the title, the description, the tagline, the prices, select the different locations, select any tags, in which category you want to put it, your contact details. The map is already working, as you can see. So it's a very, very nice solution, ready-made solution. And this again is the free version. Okay, so let's go back to our dashboard. And as you can see by the side, you have directory listings. So if you click on this, you have all your listings here. So this is obviously demo content at the moment. You have all these tabs being created. You have all locations, categories, tags, directory builder, and so on. So this is already put in place, and you can build any directory already from here, like I said, with the free version. Now let me show you, and let's explore the pro version now, and I'm going to show you what's the difference between those two. Okay, so for this we go to themes and extensions, and this is the beauty of this plugin. You know, you can connect directly to your Directorist account. So once you've purchased any of those licenses here, or let's say even for 1 year, whatever, you'll get access to all the extensions and all the premium themes. So let's log in together. So these are my credentials, and then connect. As you can see, we're logged in successfully. Very good. And right here on top, as you can see, you have 30 available extensions and 14 available themes. So this is part of our plan. So now we can scroll down the page and install any of them. So whatever you need, really, okay? So first, let's install the theme. As you can see, it's divided in two here, extensions and themes. So let's click on themes. So at the moment, as you can see, this is our default theme, which is the 2023, okay? Scroll down the page and you will see available in your subscription. So again, we have jobs, hotel, classifieds. So depending on the type of website that you want to build, feel free to select any of them, okay? So we're just going to select a random one here. So D-list as an example. So how do you install it? Very easy. All you have to do is click on this button here, install. Very good. So that's installed now. And now all you need to do is to activate it. And there you go, guys. You can see now we have one active theme. So right here on top, we have a message. So we are invited to install all these different extensions here. So depending on the theme that you install, you might have to install different ones, but for this specific theme, these are those that are recommended. So how can you install them? It is very simple. Scroll down the page. You can see these are all your available subscriptions, and keep scrolling down the page and you'll find that these are all your required extensions. So only 10 out of them, okay? So what you can do is to basically bulk select them all, select an action, install, apply. Very good. So they are all installed now, and now we need to activate them all. So again, bulk select and then activate this time and then apply. Very good. So as you can see, now we have 10 active extensions and 1 active theme. So this is up and running now. So let's go back to the front end and let's have a quick look. Okay, so let's go back to our home page. And as you can see, the theme is installed, but there is no content yet. We have no logo, we have no menu section, and no content here on our home page. So what we need to do now is to import the demo content. Okay, so let me show you how to do this. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and now we go to the plugins section, add new. And in the search box here, look for one-click import. There it is. So this is one-click demo import. That's the one. Okay, make sure this is the one from OCDI. So install now, and then activate. And then the next step, now we can go to tools, and it should normally be here, demo content install. Okay, click on this. And now you need to select one of them. So which one do you want? You have home static. So that's basically a static image in the background. Home map. So it will be a map with all the clusters, with all the listings are located. Or home video. So basically it's the same as this one, except that the background here, instead of being an image, it's a video. Okay, so at this stage, basically feel free to select any of them. So I'm just going to go ahead with this one here, which is the default one. Okay, so let's click install and then confirm. Very good. So as you can see, the installation has started now. And there you go, guys. As you can see, this has been imported for us in just a few clicks of the mouse. So that took less than a minute, actually, you know, very fast. So as you can see, you have the hero section here. Or we have a few listings as well, underneath a few different categories, see how it works, a few places, and here by locations as well. So as you can see, that looks very, very professional indeed. So now let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. So for this, hover on top here and then dashboard. Very good. So that's us done with all the initial settings. And now we can take care of our listings. So let's click on this. So this is all obviously demo content at the moment. So we have the name, the location, the categories. We have plans as well, as you can see. So before we can upload our own listings, we have to take care of a few steps as well. As you can see, we have locations here, categories, tags, and the directory builder. So let's go through this step by step, okay? So first, let's take care of our locations. Okay, so let me show you how you can add your location. So at the moment, we have London here. So I'm just going to add another city in the UK, maybe Manchester. Okay, so and then add location, and that's it. Now it's been added here. So let's add another few, maybe Leeds. And what could we have again? Liverpool, maybe? There you go. Okay, so this is how you can add locations. So super easy, clearly. Now, if you wanted to delete some, all you have to do is hover on top and click delete. And now you can bulk select them all as well. So you could select maybe all the American cities here, just like this, okay? And all you have to do is here on top, bulk action, delete, and then apply. And that's basically it, okay? So this is how this works. So next, let's move to our categories. So to add a category is the same principle as location. All you have to do is put the name. So let's create one called computers, maybe as an example. And then as you can see, you have an icon as well next to it. So what is this one for? Well, if you go to the front end, as you can see, it will display next to the name, which is kind of a nice touch, obviously, you know. So let's go back here and let's change the icon. So let's look maybe for a laptop or something like this. There you go. And then let's select any of them. So maybe this one here with the plus sign, and then click done. And that's it. Scroll down and then add new category. And there you go. As you can see now, the category has been added here. So you may have noticed that the icon is not really the same here. It doesn't match up. So you can always edit and change the content, obviously, you know, change icon. And as you can see, a font awesome or line awesome. So one is thicker than the other. So if you look here for laptop again, as you can see, the same icon is a bit cleaner, isn't it? So let's click on this one as an example here. Okay, done. And then update. And now you can go back to the categories. And there you go. As you can see, they all match each other. So if you select one type of icon, make sure you select the same family for all of them. Okay, so that looks very nice now, doesn't it? Now, as you can see, we have the option to add an image as well. So we didn't add any at the moment, but let me show you what it does. Basically, if you go to the front end, now, depending on the type of layout that you've selected, you might display popular categories. And as you can see, they all have a background image except this one here because we didn't add any image. So again, depending on the type of layout that you selected, you might need it or not. In our case, we need it, so let's upload one together, okay? So we go back to the category computers here, add an image. So I found one online basically, okay? So it looks like this, okay? Open, and then insert into post. And now let's click update. Very good. So we go back to our categories. And now let's refresh our page. Very good. And now as you can see, we have a lovely background image. So this is what it's for, okay? And again, depending on the type of layout that you've selected, you might need it or not. If there is an image in the background, do upload it, okay? So that's basically it for that. So now let's move on to the tags. So what are tags exactly? Well, they're like little search keywords, if you wish, okay? So we created a category called computers. So here in the tags, you could have maybe laptops, desktop PC, and maybe MacBook. Okay, so these are basically little keywords that people might be looking for, and this is going to help them find the exact content that they're searching, okay? So that's what it is. Very good. So now let's tackle the most exciting feature of this solution here, which is the directory builder. So let me show you this. This is absolutely awesome. This is really amazing, you know? So here under the general tab, it's pretty self-explanatory. Here's the directory icon, the default listing status, and the expiration. So what's the default expiration in days? 365. That's really up to you, you know, maybe it could just be 90 days and then after 90 days, your listing will expire. So again, this is just a matter of preferences here, okay? But the most important part is this one here, the add listing form. And you will not find this anywhere else. This is why I love this solution so much, because it's fully customizable and then you can build your directory exactly the way you want it without needing any coding or programming skills. So as you can see here, we have by the side the general group. Or do we have contact info, followed by opening and business hours, map, listing, FAQ. So keep this in mind. Now let me show you what's happening, okay? So if you go to add a new listing, let me open this in a new tab. So here with the title, the description. But if you scroll down, as you can see, you will find here the general group, contact info, opening business hours, the map, listing FAQs, which is exactly what we have here, okay? So as you can see, map, listing FAQs, then booking images. And then here we have booking and then images and videos. So this is basically how this works. So you can add whatever you want to any of those sections and display any type of information that you want. Now, if you go to the front end, your visitors can also upload listings from the front end. So if they click on add new listing, and then here we need to select our plan. So we're going to get the free one. Okay, so continue and look at this. What do we have first? We have general group. We scroll down, followed by contact info. What do we have? Opening, business hours. We have the map, listing FAQs, and booking. So exactly the same way. Look at this, how professional this looks. So now, as you can see, you have all these fields here. You can select whatever you want and build exactly the directory of your dreams. Okay, so let's go back here now. So let's go back to the top. And as you can see here, we have a tab. So this is one section, okay? And under the section, you can drag and drop any of those fields that we have by the side. So it could be a view count, exert, listing type. We have text, text area, number, URL, and so on and so on. Okay, so you can use any of those fields to add them here on the side and build the exact directory that you had in mind. So let's add a section here, for instance, together. Okay, so if you scroll down the page, we have add a section. So let's add a new section and we can change the title here. Okay, so let's say we have a directory and we're uploading maybe cars or maybe something like automotive type of directory. Okay, so here we could ask maybe the details for the car itself, you know. So car, oops, details. Okay, just like this. Very good. So now we can close this and now we can add our fields underneath. So let's go with 5 fields. Maybe we could have the make, the model, the fuel type, mileage as well, and how many owners the car had before. Okay, so the first one is the make. So for this we could have a select but field here. Okay, and here we could enter different options. So this one, the label will be make, and then we can add our options. Okay, so the first one, as you can see, I have the option value and option label. So this should be the same normally. So let's go maybe with Mercedes. Okay, Control C, Control V. So let's add a new one. So the next one maybe Opel. Okay, Control C, Control V. Next one Audi, and then again Control C, Control V. And then we're going to have maybe Porsche. Control C, Control V, and let's add another one, maybe BMW. Okay, so Control C, Control V, and that's basically it. So you can add a description as well. You're going to leave it blank for now, and this field should be required normally. Okay, so let's go back to the top. Let's close this one and let's add the second one. So the second one is the model. So this could be a plain text field, this one. Okay, so we're going to do this here, model, and the placeholder will be the same as well. I'm going to go for model and then required. And now let's add the next one, the fuel type. So for the fuel type, maybe you could have a radio button. Okay, so they can only choose one option, obviously. So we're going to put here fuel type, and we're going to add our few options. So the first one would be diesel. Okay, very good. Control C, Control V. The next one should be fuel. So Control C, Control V. Add next. We could have electric, and then we'll have hybrid as well, which is a mixture of both. Hybrid, oops, hybrid, there you go. And then Control C, Control V, okay. So this should also be required. So now we have our fuel types. Next we have the mileage. So mileage should be a number normally, okay. Would that make sense? Mileage. Very good. So this is pretty self-explanatory. So we go for the placeholder here as well, required. And then maybe one more. What could we have? We said how many owners, maybe. Okay, so this also would be a number. And then here we're going to put owners, question mark. And you could add a description, you know. So maybe how many owners have been registered under this vehicle or something like this, okay? And now required as well. So now we could scroll down and we're going to click the update button. So that's it. The directory has been updated now. And now if we go back to our add new listing and refresh, and let's scroll down the page. And as you can see, we had the booking here, followed by images and videos. And as you can see, now we have car details. And now we can select any of those makes. So maybe Mercedes. The model we're going to put class C class maybe or something, you know. And then which type of vehicle is this? Maybe this is diesel. The mileage, let's say 120,000 or something like this, and how many previous owners. And as you can see, you have a little description here underneath, which will help your visitors when uploading. So maybe this one has 2 owners altogether. Now let's have a look at this one here from the front end as a visitor now. So if I refresh and scroll down the page, and as you can see, it is not displaying at the end at the bottom of our page. So why is that? Well, if you click on add to listing again, this is how you monetize your website, by charging different plans, or maybe per month and so on and so on. Okay, so basically here there's another feature they put in place that's absolutely amazing, and that's going to help you to increase conversion rate and upsell and make more money from your website. So if you scroll down the page, as you can see, those few sections that we created, those 5 fields, now are not accessible from any of those plans. So how does that work, and how can we set this up? So that's another feature you might make use of. So let me show you how to set this up first. Okay, so we go back to our WordPress dashboard here, and by the side here with the pricing plan. So right click on this, open in a new tab, and let's edit the free plan here. Okay, so let's click on this, and if you scroll down, as you can see, these are all the options related to that plan. Now here, as you can see, we have contact listing owner, custom reviews, live chat, and so on. So these are generic options that you have, but also you have all the fields here underneath. As you can see, you have the pricing, the location, the tag, and so on and so on. And if you scroll down at the very bottom, this is where you'll find our 5 fields. So these are set to no, they're not part of this package. You cannot have access to them even if you register for this plan and pay for it, like, you know. Now it's up to you if you want to give it access or not. So let's set these to yes, and let's mark this one as unlimited, and yes for this one as well. Okay, and unlimited as well. Very good. So now we go back to the top and update. And now let's go back to our home page and add listing. And we're going to select the plan. As you can see, now this one is part of this one, but not those ones. As you can see, these are still in red because it's only assigned to the free plan. Okay. And now let's click continue. And let's scroll down the page. And now if you keep scrolling, as you can see, we'll find the car details. So you have the make, the model, the fuel type, the mileage, and how many owners. So as you can see, this is absolutely amazing. You can really customize whatever you want. Now let me show you an additional feature. So here on top, when you upload your new listing, you might select a category as well, you know, select the category. As you can see, you have cars, computers, hotels, and so on and so on. So what we can do as well is to limit our field here to only show for the car sections only. Okay, so let's go here. So as you can see here, if you edit your main section here with the fields, the make, sorry, if you open this, scroll down the page, and as you can see here, you can limit this to a specific category and then select cars, okay? And then we can do the same with all of them, basically, okay? So we're going to do this with make. Now let's click update. Let's go back to the front end. There it is, so refresh. And as you can see, it is not showing. We have the section, but there is nothing showing up here. So if you go back to the top, so let's select our category. So we're going to select cars. And look at this, guys. Here we have make, model, fuel type, mileage, and owners. So you can also use it this way. So it will only show if it's in the car section. That's basically it. So this is absolutely mighty, isn't it? I think that's an amazing feature. Now, obviously, when you select cars, it will show these fields here just underneath. Now, obviously, if you select this option, if you want to display it as part of your category, you will not need this section here at the bottom anymore, you know, car details. So it's either way, it's up to you, you know. So if you wanted to get rid of your car details here, you can move those fields instead of having them here. You can have them directly here where we have the category. Under the category, you can add those fields and then they will display only if you select the car section. Okay, so now let me show you. As you can see, we have general group, contact info, opening and business hours and so on. Now, if you wanted to move this around, you can't at the moment. As you can see, you can't grab nothing. You can either expand or edit the content, but that's basically it. So if you wanted to move this around, there's one way to do it. You have to go back to the top here and enable section dragging. So let's click on this. And now, as you can see, you can grab and drop them wherever you want. So you could have the general group here, the car details underneath, okay? And now let's click update. Let's go back to the home page and let's refresh one more. Very good. So general group followed by car details. Now let's select cars. And there you go. As you can see, this is working fine. And like I said, if you decide to have it as a category display, you don't need this section. Otherwise, have it as part of the form, in which case we can revert back to our previous section, you know. So disable section dragging, and now we can change this to the previous value, you know. So that's really up to you. So this is only part of the form. Either way is absolutely fine. So let me change this quickly. And again, update, and let's refresh. And now, as you can see, our card details is as one section all together. So this is basically how this works. I wanted to show you all the different options and how this feature can be applied. Okay, so that's basically it. So then one more thing now, if you go back to listings, so we have our plans here. So let's go into details here. Okay, so as you can see, if I scroll down the page, now you have the make, the model, the fuel type, the mileage, and the owner as well, okay? So basically here we can change this as well. There you go. So this is those fields that we just added. Maybe you don't want them to be part of the plan, okay? You don't want to show it all together. So we can hide them, you know? All you have to do is click on this. And that's basically it, okay? So scroll back to the top, update, and now let's refresh. And there you go. They are still part of those ones because we haven't changed this. But as part of the free plan, they will not display at all together. And that's basically how you can take care of this. So back to our plans here. So how does this work? Select the plan type, so paper listing or as a package. And then you can add the price, obviously, you know. So a paper listing, it could be maybe 49 cents per listing, or maybe €1.49, whatever you want to charge, $7.49, $10.99, really up to you, you know, whatever you want to charge. And then do you want to add tax on top? If it's so, what's the percentage? So the VAT rate in Ireland is 23%, for instance. Depending where you base, you can add this, or is it free altogether, you know? So that's up to you. Again, as you can see, this is basically how you're going to make money from this website. If it's a package, that's basically based on a certain duration, you know? So it could be maybe, I don't know, $39.99, and then you can upload as many listings as you want. And then how many listings will you allow as part of this package? For $39.99, maybe you allow, maybe, I don't know, 25 listings or something like this, you know. Perhaps it's unlimited as well, so that you won't count how many listings. Maybe it's you have a silver, gold, and perhaps bronze as well, you know, 3 different plans. And then everything else here underneath basically is pretty self-explanatory, you know. As you can see, you have a number of featured listings as well. You can define how many you will allow for that price tag, obviously, you know. And then contact listing owner, custom reviews, claim badge included. Do you want to add bookings as well? Do you want to include the live chat, mark as sold, exclude certain categories, and recommend this plan? And if you want to hide this for all plans, you can disable the whole thing altogether. And then after this, you have the sorting as well, you know. So here it says sorting configuration. Here it says 1. Very good. So as you can see at the moment, this one is set to 1. So this is another great opportunity to monetize your website. So let me explain what this is. So this is the free plan here, okay? So what we should do normally is to have the free plan set to 3, so a lower value. And then we can save this now, okay? And then we do the same with the other 2. So let's say free plan is set to 3, starter plan set to 2, and business plan set to 1. So what is the meaning of those sorting plans? Well, basically, if you spend $99 on a business plan, all the listing that you post will rank higher than the starter plan or the free plan. So let me show you an example here in the front end. So if you were to look at any category in general, as you can see here, right on top, the business plan ads will display first, followed by the starter plan, and finally the free plan will display last. And this is basically the chronological order, how they will be displayed. So again, business plan first, after followed by the starter plan, and finally you'll have the free plan. And this is how you can monetize those plans using the sorting order as well. Now back to our directory builder. So this is the add listing form. So we've taken care of this now. And as you can see by the side, you have settings as well. So here you have the terms and conditions, privacy and policy, submission settings, and guest listing submissions. Basically, these are options that you can add if you want to enable them or not. Again, that's just a matter of preferences, and it will be like we've seen here in the front end. Okay, so if you click on this and scroll down the page, as you can see at the moment, it is showing I agree with the privacy policy and terms and conditions. Again, this is really up to you if you want to enable this or not. Okay, And then we have the single page layout. So what is this one exactly? As you can see on top of bookmark, share, report, and right, you have listing rating, listing review, select categories and locations. If we go to our listings now, okay, let's go back to the home page perhaps. Let's click on any of those listings. And right here on top, as you can see, we have this one. So this is to bookmark, this is to share, this is to report. And right here we have the reviews, okay, and the location and all that. So this is exactly what we have here. Location, select category, listing review, listing rating. And if you look at this, this is the location, the category, listing reviews, and the rating as well. So that's basically what we have here, okay? And on top you have bookmark, share, and report. And this is exactly what we have here. So now you can customize this as well, you see. So if I was to add something here, I click on plus. Obviously, we've used all the elements, but maybe you don't want the report button. You want to remove it. If I click update, we go back here and refresh. So it is here at the moment. If I refresh, as you can see, you don't have the report button anymore. And this is how easy you can customize any of your internal pages. So let's add this now again, and let's refresh. And there you go, now it's back again. And you can even change the icon. As you can see, it's a flag, and you can easily change the icon, select any of those, and that's basically it, okay? So this is for the listing header. And then we have the content as well. So the content, again, we can customize literally everything. So again, to our page here, as you can see on top with the listing details, followed by the gallery, tags and video. And then if you go back to our page, as you can see, of listing details, gallery, listing features, tags, and video. This is exactly what we have. And then location, contact information, location, and contact information. And again, this is really up to you what you want to display or not. And this is how you can customize fully your front end exactly the way you want. And the principle is the same as we've done previously. Basically, you can add any of those fields and add them here. And basically, it's a simple drag and drop feature. Now the other settings as well. So here basically you can define how many listings you want to show per page and how many columns as well. And then you have the review form. So which fields you want to add. You have the comment label, comment placeholder, and so on. So you can change the name. And if you want to show the cookie consent as well, depending where you are, especially based on GDPR rules, you might want to enable that as well, okay? And show website fields, and then you can decide which fields you want to show, okay? So this is, again, very self-explanatory. And then you have the all listing layouts. So as you can see, you have two types. You have the listing grid and the listing list. So what's the difference? Well, this is basically a grid. So you have a big image and it's basically on top of each other. And if it's a list, it's one item per row. That's basically it, okay? So a grid, you can have multiple columns and they're stacked up on top of each other. And the list is basically one per line, basically, okay? So you can select any of those. And here you can customize this, how you want to display them, basically in the front end. So as you can see here on top, we're featured, popular, and new. And if you go and have a look here, what does it say? Featured, popular, featured, popular. See, popular. And some are maybe new. They will display new as well. And then here on the side, we're favorite. So this is to bookmark this. There you go. There's your bookmark icon here. And then what else do we have underneath? Well, we have the title, and then we have the rating, the pricing, open and close. And as you can see here, we have open and close, the rating, and the title. So that's exactly what we have here, followed by location, phone number, and the date. And we have location, phone number, and date. So if you wanted to add anything here, all you have to do is click on the plus sign anywhere, click on this, and now you can select among any of those, okay? So let's add maybe, I don't know, let's say a website or something like this. And that's it, okay? So let's close this now. And if you save this, update, and let's go and refresh here. There you go, and I will display the website as well. So that's basically how you can customize everything from the backend without coding skills. And we can do the same for listings, obviously, you know? So if you go back here, now instead of grid, we go to list, and that's what it looks like, okay? So again, we're featured, popular, new, and here, featured, popular, and new. And then right here with the title and so on and so on. So if you wanted to add, like we just did, maybe the website, we go to website, add it, close this, update, and go back here and refresh. And there you go. As you can see, now the website will display as well. And obviously you can customize whatever you want. You could have the image on that side, or maybe the image smaller, or have the text on top, whichever you want. You know, you can customize literally everything again here. So as you can see, you have the title here. If you click on the small gear, you can customize this as well, you know. You have all the settings here. And then you can move things around as well, you know, you can use the arrow here. So as you can see, you have rating, pricing, open, close. So if I wanted maybe the rating to be last, I could just grab this and move it around. And there you go. Now it's pricing, open, close, followed by rating. And you can do so with all of them, obviously, you know, and then you have all the settings for each one of them. So as you can see, you have location here. If you click on this, you can go and change the icon as well. Okay. So that's basically how this works. And as always, don't forget to click update once you're done. So let's move on to the next one, which is the search form. And this one, again, same principle, drag and drop, you know, and you have your different sections. So if you scroll down, as you can see, you have the basic and advanced. So what's the difference? Well, if you go to the front end, you will see this is the basic one. So basically, if you look for something, you can select the category and your location. So this is what we have, the search bar, select category, location. So this is the basic one. So it's a simple way of looking for something on the website. And then you have the advanced. So here you can narrow down by reviews, by tags, radius search, pricing, open now, and so on and so on. So how do you access this one? Well, by the side here, as you can see the funnel. You click on this, it will display the extended version. So this is the other one, basically. As you can see, you can search by reviews, by tags, and so on and so on, okay? And again, you can easily customize this yourself. So here for the search bar, you have the search bar, the select category and location. Now you can change this to something else. If it's specifically for cars, you could add the make and the model immediately here, you know, instead of those. That's really up to you. As you can see, again, this is fully customizable, and all of this without needing any coding skills. So that's basically it. So now we are done with the directory builder, and now you can understand how powerful this feature is. You can literally build any directory from here and customize it exactly the way you want. Very good. So now I'm sure that you want to get paid. So we created our pricing plans. Now, how do you get paid? Well, we need to go to settings and configure our payment gateway this time. So we go to monetization, and here make sure that it's enabled, obviously, you know. So use the toggle switch, enable monetization feature, save changes. So this is step number one, obviously, you know. And then after this, we go to gateway settings. So as you can see, you have the test mode. So I would highly recommend you enable this first. And then you have PayPal and Stripe. So let's enable maybe just PayPal here as an example, okay? And then default gateway should be PayPal as well, because you want to get paid, obviously, you know. So right here, you can select your currency. So this should be in letters. So this is the currency of your country. So USD, Great British Pound, Euro. So EUR for Euro, obviously, you know. So the 3-letter code like you have on your PayPal account, basically, okay? And then you can set the thousand separator, decimal separator, and how you want to display it. So logically like this, maybe, okay? Save changes. And then we go back to the top, and now we need to configure PayPal. So we go to PayPal gateway, and for PayPal, you need to enter your email address. So let me do this now. Very good. And all we have to do is save our changes. And now we're ready to receive payment through PayPal. That's all it takes. Now for Stripe, it's slightly different. So for Stripe, you need to fetch your live publishable key, the live secret key, and the test publishable key, and the test secret key. So let me show you from my Stripe account how this works. So once you're logged into your Stripe account, on top you have developer. So click on this. And as you can see right here, we have API keys. So this is the live publishable key and the secret key. As you can see, PK live and SK live. So these are our live ones. So all you have to do is basically copy and paste this here, okay? So this is the publishable key, and then do the same with the live key. And for this, you'll have to display it basically here for security purposes. I'm not going to do that. And if you want to enable test mode, just use the toggle switch, and you can see test data, and do the same basically, okay? So click on this, Control C, and then test one here, okay? And then the same with the secret key. You have to reveal that, but again, for security purposes, I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? So this is basically how it will work with Stripe. But for now, we're just going to use PayPal, okay? So I'm just going to keep it like this. So our email address is here. And if you go to gateway settings, as you can see, the test mode is enabled. So that means we can run an actual order without having to pay money out of the account, okay? And once you're ready to go live, untick this. And that's basically it. You're ready to receive live payments, okay? So I'm going to save again just to make sure, and let's put this to the test, okay? So let's go back to our homepage, add listing, and let's purchase the business plan as an example, okay? So let's click continue. And as you can see, it's bringing us directly to the listing details, which is not what we want. We want them to purchase first the plan and then be able to add a new listing, obviously, you know? So what we need to do basically is go back here. And if you go to extensions, as you can see, if you go back on top, this is using the monetization pricing plan extension, basically. So if you go to extensions, pricing plans, and here, make sure that you select direct plan purchase, because this is what we need basically, okay? Save changes. Okay, very good. So let's put this to the test now. So as you can see, I'm already logged in as an admin, so I cannot use the same browser. I can use an incognito page or a different web browser altogether. So this is what we're going to do now. All right, so this is an incognito page. So now as you can see, you have the free plan, the starter plan, and business plan. So if I scroll down, now we can actually continue. So let's purchase maybe this one here, okay? The business plan. So we're going to click continue. So we need to enter an email address. So I'm going to put hello@mrweb.tv and then continue. So this is the price. You can see $99 US. If I scroll down the page with PayPal and Stripe, so I can proceed with Stripe maybe, okay? And then let's click pay now. Very good. So this is our confirmation page. As you can see, we are redirected to Stripe checkout. And now we can enter our card details here. So here as a test mode, you can use 4242424242, any date in the future and any CVC code that you want. Okay, so let me fill out these details. Very good. So something like this, and then we can play. Very good. So as you can see, payment received. So the confirmation here, the transaction ID, it's been completed via Stripe. And then right here, we can see this is our business plan. So we are now registered with them and we can view our listings. So let's click on this. So again, as you can see by the side, you have all your listings. So there's none at the moment. We haven't uploaded any. We have your profile, your favorite listings, your announcement, your chat. So let's discover all of these. Okay, so first, let me upload a new listing and then we'll discover those other features here. So to create a new listing, you can either click on this button here or this one. So let's add a new listing. And let's fill out all these details. As you can see, you have title, listing content, slogan, price, location, and so on and so on. So let me do this very quickly. Very good. So I'll fill this out. So let's pretend I'm selling an IBM T40S laptop. I'll put the specs here, a slogan. The price is $950. I'm based in Houston. The tag is business computer. And then I'm my own details basically. Okay. And then we have the map. So let's say I'm based on 14th Avenue. And then we scroll down, you can add an FAQ if you wanted to. I'll just leave it blank for now. And bookings, obviously, because this is not a service or anything for rent or anything like this, I'm going to disable this, okay? And immediately we end up with the picture. So I uploaded one already and then scroll down the page. So agree, and then save and preview. Very good. So this is what our listing will look like. As you can see, very, very professional looking indeed. So I'm happy enough with that. I want to go ahead. All you have to do is click continue. As you can see, I have the confirmation. Congratulations, your listing has been approved and published. Now it is publicly available. So if you go back to our profile here, my listings, as you can see now this one is published. So I can keep track of all my different listings. And you have listing published and pending and expired as well. So after a while, obviously maybe after 90 days, they will go expired and they'll be displayed here. And then you can renew them as well. This is another option available. So now I'm going to demonstrate the chat feature, which is absolutely amazing. So basically here I'm going to split this in two different screens. Okay, so I have this incognito page on the left hand side and I'm going to open a Firefox page on the right hand side. Okay, very good. So as you can see by the side here, so this is myself with my own listing and everything. And here, this is the visitor's point of view. So the visitor has to be logged in, obviously. So let's say he's interested in this laptop. He's going to click on this. Hold on the page and then you'll find this button, show chat. Okay, so if you click on this, we can inquire basically, you know. So is that your best price? I live in Houston as well. Can collect today. Okay. And I can go to my chat box here. And as you can see, is that the best price? I live in Houston as well. So maybe I would answer this. I would say perhaps I would consider $850 if collected today, cash only. And then I post my reply. Immediately, as you can see here, we can see that from the user's point of view as well. So let me zoom in a little bit. Sorry about that. It's easier maybe like this. Very good. So as you can see, immediately when I send a message, each other are made aware of the message immediately. So if I was to type A here, there you go. And I'm going to type B. As you can see, it's instant. There's no delay at all. I type C and then the person replies D. And there you go, guys. You can see this is an amazing feature as well, isn't it? And obviously you have all your chats listed here. So if you have several listings and multiple people contacting you, well, obviously you see all of them listed here on top of each other. And obviously if you enable the bookings, you'll have them all listed here in my bookings. And you also have a booking calendar, so you can easily see when you have bookings in place and appointments ready to be attended. And then you have my wallet, so you have the total order here, so this is all your sales, and then total balance available after your earnings. So as you can see here, the fee is 20% at the moment, but we can customize this. I'm going to show you how to do this in a few minutes. So basically all the items sold will be listed out here, and then you have your payout history. So every month you can have your payout paid to you directly, and this is basically you have all your commission paid and your different payment methods here. So that's basically it for the front end. So let's go back to our dashboard now quickly. So we had a look at how to get paid via PayPal and Stripe. Now we go back to extensions here, and as you can see, you have bookings as well. So in your bookings, this is where you can make money. So every time someone books a hotel room or something like this that's advertised on your website, you get a commission. So it's up to you to define how much you want. Like maybe it could be 20%, you know. If this is the case, just put your amount here and you're going to earn commissions each and every time a booking is made through your website. And this is basically it. So if you scroll down, as you can see, you have service field, event field and all that. So it's again highly customizable. Feel free to enable any of those features as you see fit and then save changes. So let's go back again. So there is another way of making money is by claim listing. So here the claim listing, as you can see at the moment, is free. So is this your business? Claim listing is the best way to manage and protect your business. So at the moment, claim for your business is for free. You can set a claim fee. So a fee could be $19.99, for instance, or a pricing plan, in which case it will go back to those pricing plans that we have in place, you know, and you can create specific pricing plans just for that if you wanted to. I think the best option is probably set a claim fee and then claim the fee for $19.99, and that's basically it. And after this, it will display a badge, claimed, and that's basically their listing. And obviously this is very important, especially if you're a big organization or something like this. You want to be seen as trustworthy, and if you claim your listings, obviously you pay for this, you will have a badge attached to your listings, and they'll know that you have been verified and vetted, so they can trust you as well. Now regarding the booking, as you can see, we set this to 20% commission. So where will this be recorded? Well, it's very simple. Here by the side you have commissions. So this is where they'll all be listed. Every time you have a payment done, the balance will be increased and so on, okay? And then you have your payouts, your refunds, and then you can set the payout methods. So here you could have maybe PayPal, you could add Stripe, and perhaps bank transfer, okay? Something like this. And you could mention as well, maybe for bank transfer, a minimum of $500 is required or something like this, you know. So bear in mind that this is not automated. This is manual. You have to do that manually yourself. So basically you go back to your commissions here, you see the balance to pay, and every month you have to do your payments, you know. So that's basically it, but it's a nice way to actually record all your commissions and see how much you've earned. Okay, so now let me show you how to customize the front end. So basically our home page here. So as you can see, I have the logo. I'm going to change it, going to add a menu section as well. Take care of our different colors, the background image here, and the content of your homepage in general. Okay, so how you can customize this and make it your own. Okay, so for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. So first, let's take care of our logo maybe. Okay, so we go to Appearance, Customize. And we have the site identity, and this is where it is. Okay, so now we can change the logo and upload our own. So I'm going to upload two versions, a clear one and a dark one. Okay, so open. And we're going to select the dark one for this one. So select. Very good. We can skip cropping as well. And now we can do the same with this one. And select the same, select. There you go, as you can see now it's showing absolutely fine. So clearly the colors are the wrong colors now. And now we can change our colors obviously because we want this to match our green here. So we go back to here and we have the color options here. So theme colors. And as you can see, primary color is red. So I'm going to change this with our green here. And then the secondary color may be our blue then, okay? So let's select this. And I'm going to type the code here. So feel free to select any colors obviously, you know. As you can see now this is matching. And then we could have the other one maybe for the blue. I'm just going to fetch the color here and paste it. Very good. So these are the two colors used in our logo and will match throughout the whole website. So that looks a lot more in line with our branding, obviously, you know. So this looks very professional indeed. So click Publish. So that's just done for the logo and the colors. Now we can exit out of this. And let's take care of our menu section. So we go to Appearance, Menus. So first, make sure that you're working on the right menu. So make sure you select primary menu, then select. and it should normally be this one anyways, you know. So scroll down the page and make sure that you have the display location set to primary menu, save menu. Now let's go back to our page here and refresh. There you go. As you can see now, you have brand new colors, our logo, and this is our menu here, okay? So clearly there's a lot of pages here that we don't need. Some of them that you might keep and some you might want to delete altogether, you know? So as you can see, you have home page 1, 2, and a video and the one with the map. So that's really up to you what you want to put in place, you know, which one you want to keep. So this one is with the video in the background, which is not bad at all, actually, you know? That's actually very lovely. So let's keep this one maybe, okay? And then you have your listing pages. As you can see, 3 columns, 2 columns, 1 column, grid, list. So this is by default is grid. Maybe you could keep this one, or maybe you prefer listing. So I'm going to show you how you can remove the unnecessary pages that you don't need here, okay? So let's go back here. So right there, as you can see, I have home 1, video, and map. So we're going to delete those 2. I'm going to delete home map and 1. We're going to just keep the home video, which is actually very nice. Listing page, as you can see, 3 columns, 2 columns, 1 column. So try them. Okay, so click on this one, 3 columns. The one here is 2 columns. And this one here is 1 column. So that's really up to you what you want to do. I think maybe 3 columns is not too bad, is it? So you have your map, your listings, and the filter here by the side. So maybe we can do that. So let's keep this one, okay? So we're gonna delete the others. So right here at the bottom you have bulk select. So let's do this. So we're gonna delete this one, delete this one. We're gonna also delete the main homepage, this one. We're just gonna keep this one. And in listings, we're gonna delete this one, this one. We're gonna delete listings and keep it like this for now, okay? And then here, this is your author page, so we don't need this. Maybe we're going to keep contact us, and that's all. So FAQ and blog delete. So remove selected items. There you go. As you can see now, they're all displaying properly. And now you can reorganize them as well. You know, you can just drag and drop them wherever you want. So you might want to change some titles as well. You know, listing map 3 columns, you don't need that. Obviously, maybe you can just remove this, okay? A listing map. Your visitors will know what this is. Listing grid, add listing, categories. We can keep this like this, okay? So save menu. Let's go back to the front end and let's refresh. And here we have home video. So we should change this as well, you know. Go here and just home. Just like that, save. Okay, let's go back here, refresh. And if you click on home, it will bring you to the one with the video now, okay? So that's actually very nice, isn't it? That looks very, very professional indeed. And then we have a listings. So listing map, listing grid, and add a listing. So this is once you add your own listing. We have all the different categories here showing up. So that's also very nice. We have the locations. As you can see, those locations we added, and a contact us page. So that's basically it, isn't it? So that's pretty neat. So let's go back to the home page now, and let me show you how you can customize the content. So as you can see here with the background image and so on. So for this, again, back to our WordPress dashboard. This time we go to pages, all pages, and locate your home page. So this is the one. As you can see, you have home video, home map, and home page. So we're going to make the home video our home page. Okay, at the moment is this one, that's our front page. So how can you do so? Well, for this you have to go to settings, reading. As you can see, you can set your home page here. So select the other one. So home video, save pages. Now we go back to our pages. We scroll down. As you can see, this is our home page now. So right click on it and open in a new tab. So if you go back to our home page, if you click on the logo now, it will automatically load the video one and not the other. So that looks absolutely amazing. I think this looks very stunning indeed. So let me show you how you can change the content here. So back here, like we said, we're going to edit with Elementor in a new tab. So there it is. So first, let's take care of our background video here. Okay, so if you click on the main section itself and you go to style, as you can see, this is the YouTube video. So you can add a YouTube video or a Vimeo link, either of those two, okay? So all you have to do is basically find a video on YouTube that's suitable and then add the link here, and that's basically it, okay? So you have the start time, end time. So if you want to skip some part of the video, you can start at 10 seconds in and end at 70 seconds, giving you a 60-second replay, okay? So as you can see, there's a good bit of contrast between the font and the background, which is nice. But some videos might be a bit too bright. You're not going to get any contrast. So what can you do? Well, you can go to the background overlay and you can basically darken the whole image, the whole video altogether. So what you do is basically select the color. You can select different colors, could be red as well. As you can see, we have different shade now. Everything is in red or whatever color you want, you know. So select black. And then right here, you can change the opacity. So it goes from fully clear. As you can see, that's the normal video itself, you know. So this is too bright, obviously. So you want to add more separation between the two. And basically, if you go to number 1 here, it's fully opaque. So you have to find a happy medium, obviously, you know. So maybe like this. And then after this, we have to change our main heading here, obviously, you know. So as you can see, discover your, and then span, and then dream place, and then span. So if you put span, anything between those brackets here between span will be displayed in the your main color, and the rest is white, basically. Okay, so we're just going to keep it like this, but all you have to do is type your text here. Okay, and then right here underneath, if you give people the opportunity, that's basically here the text underneath. So that's your subtitle. Now again, you can customize everything start to bottom here. If you go to style, you can also change the main color. Okay, so if you wanted it to be maybe yellow, let's try yellow. As you can see, the main text will be yellow, and everything else will be taken from your website's favorite color, so green, basically. Okay, and the subtitle color, you can maybe go for a yellow as well, you know. So this is really up to you again, whatever colors you want, you know. So I'm just going to keep them white for now, but it's just to show you the option here, how this works. So let's reset this to white. Very good. And then right here underneath, we have our search feature. As you can see, listing search form. So remember, we have the advanced search feature here. Do you want to enable this or not? This is really up to you. So maybe you want to disable this. And if you do that, as you can see, it's not showing anymore. And you can show the popular categories here underneath. As you can see, outdoor activities. Maybe you don't want that. You can disable that altogether, you know. Again, it's a matter of preferences and taste. That's really up to you what you want to do with it, okay? And that's basically it for our hero section. So we can click update. Let's move on to the next one. So this one is the best thing to do in the city. So again, this is a heading. You click on this, as you can see, heading pro. You can change this to whatever you want, you know. And underneath, we have the exact listings that we want to display. So maybe it is best hotels in New York or something like this. And then underneath, we're going to display listings related to New York, or maybe best computers, second-hand computers, something like this. Whatever your listing is related to in your directory, you know. So underneath, if you click on this, we have the all listings, and this is where you can configure exactly what you want to display on your home page. So right here, as you can see, the default styling is set to general and then grid view. But now you can have it as list view as well. As you can see, totally different feel, obviously, you know. And then here by the side, you have all the different options. These are pretty self-explanatory. The only important one, I suppose, is how many listings you want to display per row. So let's say if we were to display maybe 4 items per row, then you might want to display 8 in total, okay? Or maybe just 3 per row and then 6. So basically this should be a multiple of the other. So that's basically it, you know. So this is how you can display things. You can specify specific categories as well. So if you wanted only to display things from a hotel section or places or restaurant, this is how you can do so. Now, maybe you wanted to add more than one listing here. Maybe you want to create one that says best hotels in town, and maybe, let's see, what other categories you have. Best restaurant in town, you know, you could have hotels, restaurant, and shopping. Then what you can do basically is to duplicate the section altogether. So as you can see, this is our main section. Click on this. As you can see, edit section, right click on it, duplicate. And if you scroll down, you will see we have it twice, okay? So this is really up to you. You could have maybe best hotels in town, and then the other one, best restaurant in town. And then you can limit this to maybe just 3 then in this case, okay? So maybe 3 items only, just like this. And then change the title here, best hotels in town, or something like this, you know, and change your subheading accordingly. And now you can have multiple listings displayed on your homepage. So I'm just going to delete this for now, okay? So let's keep just one as an example. And as always, from time to time, don't forget to click update, okay? So let's move on to the next one. So again, here, same principle. If you click on this, you can change your heading here, okay? Your title and subheading as well. And right here, this widget is called listing categories, and it's the same principle, guys, okay? So here you have 3 items per row. Maybe you want to display 4 or so on, and make sure that you have the same multiple here. So if you want to display 4 items, and as you can see, you have 4 across and 2 rows in total, amounting to 8. And then you can select how you want to show them by category ID, listing count, maybe the most listings first, you know, to something like this. So again, it's up to you. And then descending, ascending, all the same, you know. Again, it's a matter of preferences. And that's basically it for this section. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So see how it works. So this is basically 3 different columns here. So here you could maybe emphasize the main benefits, main features of your website, or why they should choose you over anyone else, you know. Whatever it is really, or you can use this as a 3-step process. Choose a category, find what you want, and explore amazing places. To edit this, again, very simply, click on the item itself. You can change the image, you can change the title, and change the content as well. And the title here, the main heading, again, click on it and just change the text here, and that's basically it, you know. So here we have a call to action button, section, sorry. So again, to change the background image, click on this, go to style. This is where the image is, okay? And you can select any image you want and replace it. And again, you can have a background overlay as well. So if you wanted to add a bit of separation between the heading and the background to have more contrast, you can select a color here. So I'm just going to go with black, okay? And then again, you can select the opacity, you know, from fully clear to completely opaque. So maybe, again, happy medium, you know, maybe just about here. Okay, so let's move to the next section. These are the locations, basically main locations. You can see Liverpool, Leeds, Manchester. Again, same principle, click on this and you can change how many you want to display per row and how many in total, you know. So exact same principle. And to change your heading, again, change the text here. And then we have what customers say. So this main section here is basically a testimonial section. So how does this work? Well, you can add them yourself here, okay? So basically, if you click on this, as you can see, you have an image here. You put the name, his designation, and the testimonial itself, okay? So click on this. Now, if you wanted to add a new one, you can either duplicate this and change the name. So maybe John Doe, okay? And then John Doe is a web developer, maybe, okay? Web developer, and you put the testimonial underneath, okay? Very simple. And then right here we have a blog section. So this is taken from your blog. So if you go back here and you go to blog post, as you can see, these are all your blog posts. So this is very good for SEO purposes. If you want to use specific keywords to drive traffic to your website, you might want to use this as well, you know, and they will display here in the front end. And again, if you click on this, they will display by date, descending or ascending, and you can define how many you want to display. And then the last section here, if you click on this, this is basically a few logos that you can display. So let's go back to the front end. Let me show you what it looks like. So as you can see here, so that looks very nice, especially if you work with big companies and all that, you have big names. Ask for their approval, obviously, you know, before you do that, their consent. And then you can display that here as well, which is very good to build trust and authority. And to edit this, all you have to do is click on this, and then it's a gallery, you know. All you have to do is add images, and it's as simple as that. And once you're done, click update, and that's it. We're done with the home page already. Okay, so now let's take care of our footer section. So for this, again, we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and this time we go to appearance and widgets. So that's a different section. As you can see by the side, you have footer 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you expand this, as you can see, footer 1 is an image followed by text and social icon. And this is what we have: an image, a bit of text, and social icons, okay? So to change this, again, all you have to do is basically open this, and now we can edit the image. So we're going to replace the image with our own. So replace this. And as you can see, I'm going to use this one this time, okay? So add to widget, and then after this, click save. So let's go back here and refresh. And as you can see, our logo is displaying fine. So you can change the text underneath as well. So close this one, expand this one. And as you can see, this is basically whatever you want. You know, you can type your text here and then click save. And underneath we have the social icons. So this is very easy to use. You know, as you can see, you have Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Pinterest, YouTube, whatever it is really, you know. You can, as you can see, you can use the font awesome icon list. So open a new tab and I'll show you how this works. So if you were to look maybe for YouTube, okay, YouTube, there you go, and then search. So we have the very first one here. So this is YouTube. And if you scroll down, as you can see, you have different codes here. So you have to find the one that gives you the name like this. So this one is basically YouTube, that's all, okay? So go back here, and if we scroll down, as you can see, you will find it here, YouTube, okay? And then you put, instead of the hashtag, the landing page, the URL to your landing page, your channel, basically, your Pinterest account, and so on and so on. So that's basically how this works, you know? So pretty easy to use. And then let's move to the footer 2. So footer 2, as you can see here, let me show you again This is a menu of about us, recent blogs, contact us, and so on. And here also top places. Okay, so how does this work? Well, again, you have to use a menu. So how does this work? Well, finally here we go to menus. So open, right click and open a new tab. So if you go on top here, we have top places and useful links. So if you click on top places, select. As you can see, you have all the different places. So you can create whatever you want literally here, you know, and useful links. So instead of useful links, you can change it to something else, perhaps, you know. If you wanted to add maybe all the different categories, for instance, you could do so as well, you know. So if you go on top here, screen options, as you can see, you have directory listing, order history, categories, locations, you know, so you can display them as well. So if you enable this, you have even tags and listing types. So now if we go and have a look here, as you can see, you have locations and you also have categories. So maybe you want to use this instead of those ones, you know. So if you have bulk select, you can select them all and then delete, remove, and now we can add those instead. Okay, so select all these, add to menu. So these are all our different categories, and now you can rename this basically. Okay, so categories, for instance, save menu. Very good. So now let's go back to our widget. So we're going to rename this categories. So select categories and then save, and that's basically it. Now if we go back to the home page, refresh, because you can see now you have categories and all the different links just underneath. And this one here is a slightly different one. So let's open footer 4. As you can see, you have text here. So this is the text, subscribe and update, and the text that goes with it. And underneath we have the subscribe feature. So this is linked to MailChimp. So all you have to do is follow these steps here and it will link you back to MailChimp. Now, if you don't want it, you can always delete it and replace that with just text. Maybe you want to put your address here, maybe your phone number or something like this. Just type this here and then after that click save. And that's basically it. And now that's us done with the footer section. Okay, now let's have a look at the most exciting part of this project, which is the mobile app. So if you wanted to have your own mobile app for Android or iPhone, you can use their own system here. So this is a dedicated solution, which is super easy to set up. So if you scroll down, as you can see, you have all these different features here. So they tell you they can reach out to 7.5 billion smartphone users and all that. So this is pretty self-explanatory. And with all the features. So let's keep scrolling down here and let me show you the most important section. It's super easy to set up in just 3 simple steps. So first, purchase the app, submit your credentials, and they'll set everything up for you and your app will be ready in no time. So this is basically how this works, okay? So let's scroll down and let me show you how to get access to it. So here, get your app now. So this is the price now. Let me show you. So for Android alone, $119 per year. For iOS, $139 per year. But now it's the most popular one here is iOS and Android, $199 per year. And as you can see, free setup and submission. So basically they'll take care of this for you again automatically and you don't have to write one bit. So now let me show you the finished product. So let's go to the back end of our website. So this is a demo website. So we have all the different listings here, as you can see. So we have Cat Cafe in Nairobi, the Mill House, the Four Seasons Resort, Mall of America, and so on, and you have the different locations and categories. So this is all done for us. And now let me show you from the app. Very good. So as you can see, I've installed BlueStacks, which is an Android emulator for Windows 11. And as you can see, it's just like Google Play. You can have all your apps installed here. So I have already my favorites here. I've installed Directorist, and now we can open it. Very good. So as you can see in the middle of our screen, this is the preview of our app, exactly how it would display on any mobile device or maybe a tablet, okay? So right here on top, we have the search box. Now you can type and search for anything. Here we have a few different sections. So the main sections, so general, real estate, and restaurant. We have the popular categories like place, cafe, fine dining, casual dining, and so on. We have our featured listings, top locations, new listings, and as you can see here, fewer restaurants, food, and hotels. So if you scroll back up, let's go and have a look maybe at one of our ads here. So we have Center of Strength. So let's click on this one. If you click on this, it will open up and you can bookmark your listing. You can share it with someone else, and you have all the details here underneath, including videos, places, and so on. So that's basically the exact same way we had it in the backend, how we created our different listings, okay? So let me show you how this looks like. So Center of Strength. So let's customize this ourselves now. So we go back here to our directory listings and let's look at this one. So it's called Center of Strength. So let's just find it. This is the one here. Okay, let's click on this. Very good. So if you scroll down, we have all the details as usual. So let's change the title here, okay? So let's just change the title. So Mr. Webb's Gym and Fitness Club, for instance, okay? So I'm just going to click update. Very good. So let's go back to the app. Very good. So back to our app. So let's go and have a look in the gym and fitness section. And there it is right on top, Mr. Webb's Gym and Fitness Club. And if you click on it, we have all details like we had, obviously, you know. So this is how easily you can configure everything. So everything you change in the backend will reflect automatically on your app for everyone using it. And this app is very well done and super easy to use. As you can see on top, you can type your keyword, or you can even search by filters. As you can see, you can type your search, or by directory listing types, by pricing as well, the ratings. And again, everything is customizable here the same way we did it earlier on. So any filters you're going to set up will display the same way here in the app. Now you can also display the listings in grid mode or list mode. And as you can see, if you go list mode, it will display differently, you know, and all of these are done automatically for you. There's no effort added. Now you can look by map as well. If you click on the map, as you can see, you will go by location. Here's a cluster of 3 of them. And now if you're in and around the area, you know that there are 3 gyms around there. And all you have to do is basically scroll from one to the other. And then you can decide which one to join. So again, very easy and super handy as well. And very professional looking, to be honest, you know. Okay, so now let me show you one of the most amazing and impressive features of this app is the push notification. So this works with reviews and contact form. So we have a test platform here, and as you can see, I have a few listings, and this is my app here on the right hand side. So I'm going to go to my account, I go to my listings, and I can see that I published only one listing. So this one is called Cat Cafe Nekorobi, okay? So here we have Cat Cafe Nekorobi. So this is the one. So this is how you know that I'm the owner of this listing. I'm the one who published it, okay? So now let's edit. As you can see, $170. If we scroll down, $170 and 2 reviews at the moment. So again, like I said, the push notifications work for reviews and contact form, okay? So let's do that together. So you can either send a message via contact form or post a review. So let's post the review together, okay? But before we do that, make sure if you go to more here, push notifications, make sure that these are enabled, obviously, you know, messages, email notification, the reviews. Otherwise, obviously, they will not show up on your app. And now you can be out and about and receive all your message immediately. So we have to log in first to write our review. So let's do this together quickly. There you go. So we are redirected and now we can place our rating. So perhaps something like this, you know, great experience with the seller, fast and smooth delivery, highly recommend. So keep an eye out on the app here for the notification to come. So let's submit the review. Okay, so let's open this ourselves. And there you go, guys. You can see we have the notification here with our latest review. So this is how the push notifications work on this app. And as you can see, everything is absolutely fantastic.